Welcome to the ultimate backstage pass, the pulsating heart of the high school sports universe. Get ready to rock with the gang from the Corner to Corner podcast as they take their sports obsessions to new heights. Meet the dream team, Sean Kiper, Adam Muncy, Wes Crouch, and Daron Stevens, as they unpack the secrets, emotions, and triumphs that light up our local sports heroes. Whether you're gearing up for a game or unleashing cheers from the stands, get ready for an exclusive scoop that'll knock your socks off. It's showtime.
From the corner to the corner, we bring the heat. High school pride, we're repping every street. Sean, Wes, Adam, Daron on the beat. Downtown Mount Sterling, where the fans all meet. From the corner to the corner, we bring the heat.
Hello, and welcome into an episode of From Corner to Corner Podcast, episode 374, brought to you by Community Trust Bank. Our last coaches show of this year.
Of 2025.
Yeah. Next week we'll have our Santa show.
Yep.
And then we got a new show in store for New Year's. So you'll just have to tune in to see that one. Right. So, all right. So let's talk about the Rumpke week that was.
Okay.
Basketball season is upon us. Week 2. And all of our teams were in action last week.
Yes.
Some more than others. But look at Bath County. Bath County is the only one of our core 4 that went undefeated last week.
True.
Boys and girls both 2-0 on the week. So great job there for both of those teams. I know Coach Gambrell excited to get that first win underneath his belt. GRC boys went 1-1 last week, and then the girls only played one game and they won that game. Yep. So one and that, but their schedule's very light on the front half of December. And then they get into a whole bunch of tournaments and stuff like that, which is pretty customary for them. Yep. A lot of those are loaded into January.
Agreed.
So, Menifee boys were 0-3 last week, and Menifee girls were 0-1. And then Moco boys 1-1, and the girls were 1-0. And this is through Saturday, so it doesn't include what's happened this week. I know it's odd. It's a Wednesday night. We've already played games and stuff this week, but those will be on next week's wrap up.
Yeah, absolutely. So, we've got to keep our schedule.
Yeah.
In our head, correct?
Yeah, because if not, it'll get all out of whack. So because we got awards to hand out and stuff like that. So the only other thing we had going on, we had the bowling team. They finished second. Both girls and boys both finished second. Danville at Danville Monday Madness.
Gotcha.
And that was out of at least more than 8 teams because it cut down to 8 teams. So, Coach, how many total teams was in that?
I think there were 5 girls and 9 boys.
5 girls, 9 boys. All right, there you go. So that's a big bowling alley over there in Danville.
You talk about that. The 40.
Oh yeah. It's got a whole bunch of lanes and it's a whole bunch of madness going on. So it's fitting that they call that madness.
Imagine what the decimals are in there if all of them are bowling at once.
It's a lot, and there's not a lot of seating either. So that's the sucky part about it, because you wind up on those big tournaments, you wind up standing pretty much the whole day. That sucks.
Oof.
So, but anyway, if you get there early enough, you get a good seat.
Gotcha.
So,
I know McNabb boys are still playing. I don't know that they lost in the last week. I think I saw where the swimming team had a meet. Don't know how that turned out. And I know that either middle school or high school wrestling had a meet because Adam sent us a picture of that. Don't know the results of that either. But there is other stuff going on.
It's just, if we don't see it on Facebook, a lot of these things, Ryhards doesn't cover all this stuff.
Correct.
They don't cover bowling. They don't cover swimming. They don't cover wrestling, stuff like that. So if we don't get the communication from people, we don't know. Coach Littleton does a great job of updating the Facebook page, so that's how we are able to keep up with all the bowling stuff. So that makes that work. So, yes, a little insight to who our guest is tonight. We do have the MoCo bowling teams. We have some girls and some boys. So Coach Littleton is here.
Yep.
We've got senior Alex Carty, freshman Jake Sturgell. They'll be with us the second half of the show. But we're going to start the show off with senior Courtney Bates, junior Chezney Spencer, and 8th grader Paige Copple. So we're going to take a quick commercial break, and then we're going to go rolling down the lanes. We'll be right back.
Anthony is using Community Trust Bank's mobile banking with Zelle to have the driveway shoveled, his part of the big lunch meeting, and the birthday gift for the niece that was due yesterday. That means Anthony made it on time to watch the big game and see the home team score the winning shot. Mobile banking with Zelle at Community Trust Bank. Fast, easy, and secure.
Community Trust Bank, building communities built on trust.
At Rumpke Waste and Recycling, family is at the heart of all we do. Our name is on every truck, every container, every facility. And we take pride in what our family name represents. Friendly, reliable service. Families trust us. Businesses trust us. Communities trust us. And you can too. Learn more about our family business and the important work we do at Rumpke.com. Rumpke, waste and recycling done right.
Hands clacking, bats cracking, fans cheering. We're never slacking. Corner to corner, you know what we do. Representing hometowns all the way through. 4 counties, one voice, one goal. To lift the kids up and let the stories be told. From the bleachers to the field, it's all heart. We're more than a podcast, we're a community part. From the corner to the corner, we bring the heat. High school pride, we're repping every street. Sean West, Adam, Daron on the beat. Mount Sterling made, where the love runs deep.
Coach Leonard Littleton, along with the girls bowling team. I was talking to Courtney there before the show. I remember when Courtney started bowling, because she started bowling when Caitlin was still bowling, and she still has the ball that Caitlin let her use. So I've seen her grow up, and I've seen your scores improve. So gotten much better at that. Coach, thanks for coming and spending the night with you. I know you guys are in a busy schedule. Alex mentioned earlier you guys might be bowling more than you've ever bowled before. Is that intentional, or is there just more opportunity now?
A little combination of both. I've found that the more competition that we get to prepare with, the better we perform in the postseason. And nobody keeps records of what you schedule, so you can schedule unlimited matches, unlimited tournaments, and just the more practice, the better we're prepared for making a run in the postseason.
Well, and being someone that has spent some time on the lanes, the competition is better practice than actual practice, because the juices get to flowing, the competitive nature and stuff like that. I mean, you can practice 7 days a week, but never really get the competitive feel that you're going to get if you're in a competition set.
Yeah, that's exactly right. The pressure is, you can't simulate that in just standard practice. And I flash back to my first year during the state tournament. We needed every strike in the 10th frame to tie with the number 1 seed, North Bullitt. And Ronan Ingram, a former student, stood up there and got all 3 strikes. And that pressure you just can't simulate. And I can't put into words what that feels like, being under that pressure and having to throw those 3 shots with your body, being nervous and shaking those feelings. So having more opportunities to experience those pressure points makes it beneficial when it matters the most.
Your brain going through everything. Don't miss your step. Don't mess this up. Don't overthrow it. I get that. So I mean, keeping up with what you guys are doing, you guys are making noise just about every tournament or event that you go to on both the boys and the girls side. Obviously, the girls team's probably a little smaller the size on that part of it. Do we still have pretty much the same formats? Is it the head-to-head and then the Bakers, or has any of that changed in the last few years?
I've changed it a little bit. We used to participate in 1-versus-1 matches, and I found those not to be as conducive to what the postseason play is like. So we adopted a mini tournament format that mimics as closely as possible the region and state formats. So we invite 3 other schools once a month and do a region-style tournament with those 3 teams. So it's 1 team game for seeding, and then we have a 1-versus-4 and 2-versus-3 best-of-3 Baker matches until a winner is crowned. And then we perform a third place game too, to give all teams equal opportunities to bowl.
That's a really good idea. I hadn't heard about that before until I saw you posting about it. So is that something you adopted or something you kind of come up with?
It was an idea I had, and Zach Cooley from Boyle County asked if it was something I was interested in trying to do, because he would like to have an opportunity to bowl with several teams at once, because their schedule was also very busy and he just couldn't schedule individual with the teams. So being able to experience different opponents all at the same time was part of the brainchild of getting those set up. So he gets some credit for it, but it was an idea that I wanted to move away from the one-on-one matches because they didn't feel as useful for postseason preparation.
Well, and you know, if you bring four schools in, you typically are going to have some competition there. A lot of the one-to-ones and stuff, sometimes there's not a ton of competition there with some schools. So, and Boyle County is one of the top standards when it comes to bowling on both boys and girls side. So, I mean, he knows what he's doing over there too. So, so you know, girls, how do you feel about the season so far and how it's going?
I think that the season, it's going pretty well for the amount of girls that we have. I think that, like, us as a team, like, we kind of realized that there's not as many as there was, like, my freshman year. But for how many we have, and a lot of incoming, like, 8th graders, freshmen, I think we're doing pretty well, especially with bonding. I think one of the assistant coaches, Austin, what's his last name? Austin Terry. I think he's a great... he definitely helps us a lot, especially me as well. With my senior year, I've wanted to kind of get better more than I have in the past. And with switching coaches with girls, it's kind of been hard with that, but he's definitely helped me a lot.
Yeah, you're on your third coach now, right? So Fourth. Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. So, are you still throwing the straight ball, or have you got some hook going now?
I got some hook. I use Caitlin's ball.
Okay. Nice. Chezney, what about you?
I kind of agree with what Courtney was saying with Austin. He's been a really big impact on our season this year. He is always there to tell you, like, how to perfect it more, or, like, if you aren't doing something the right way, like, he will help you and, like, not make you feel bad. Like, he's like, you just got to hook it more. But I like Courtney said about, like, how our team is bonding. I feel like this is the most our team has ever bonded before, because it's my third year bowling, and I've never felt so connected to the team until this year. I feel like we're all, like, sisters this year. Like, I've never had such a big impact with the team before, and this year, like, it's just been amazing.
That's awesome. And you see that a lot of times in the upperclassmen, that you get that feel part of it. So Paige, you're coming into this as an 8th grader. Is this your first year bowling?
No, it's my second year.
Second year? Okay. So how is it you feeling being on the underclassmen side with these leaders here?
I feel like I have a lot of really good people to help me out here, so yeah. Compared to how I bowled last year, I am doing really good.
Awesome.
They have, like, gone up really well.
So Austin's helped you too then, it sounds like.
Yeah. And so do the other girls as well.
Awesome.
So did you make this switch kind of this year compared to last year? Because, and if you did, it seems like that might be something that has really made these. You're more of a team aspect when you're actually bowling competitive wise. So it may be, pulling these girls together instead of being just head to head, one on one.
Yeah, we implemented it or tested it last year, and then this year we solely scheduled the mini tournaments for our quote unquote matches, sure. And then we travel to a lot of tournaments that other schools put on for fundraisers or things. So, yeah, I think that has helped a lot, because the biggest part of the mini tournaments and the tournaments are Baker games. And Baker game, by all definition, is a team. Like an individual cannot win a Baker game.
So, okay. So, he knows this. I'm the one that this time around, I'm like,
It's,
okay,
it's rare that I have knowledge on
let's
this
ask
show.
the questions here. So explain Baker again for us.
Yep. So Baker is a single score where 5 bowlers complete, or they pair together to complete the one game. So you'll have a bowler that bowls the first and 6th frame, a bowler that bowls the 2nd and 7th frame,
Okay.
a bowler that bowls the 3rd and 8th, so on and so forth. Your 5th bowler is what we call the anchor. They're the one that gets the 10th frame and the opportunity to throw the 3 strikes when you need it. So usually your most consistent or best bowler of that day is the person that gets selected for that slot. And it's all the one score. So while one person can strike both their frames, if the rest of the team doesn't also, fill frames, you can get beat.
Gotcha.
Because it takes 5 people to get a 300. Right. So,
Right,
I mean,
exactly.
it's not all reliant on the one. So that's interesting. You said something there that I never really thought about before, because I always kind of just took it that, your Baker 5 is your Baker 5, but you made a comment that whoever's bowling the best that day. So whether it be Alex or Mason or Jake, if one of them's having a better day, one of those guys might be the anchor that day. So,
Yep.
And that takes a different level of strategy approach to it that I hadn't really thought about before. And maybe that's the way it was when Caitlin was bowling, and I just didn't pay attention to it. But it seemed like it was usually pretty consistent.
Does the new format that you've kind of implemented help you as a coach be able to, you go into these mini tournaments, obviously wanting to win, but even if you don't win, you're still staying competitive, but you can see, maybe it's better if I move this bowler to here, this bowler to there, so it gives you options leading up to postseason.
Absolutely. Being able to fish with lineups, as this is the first true year that I've really needed to. I can't speak highly enough of Ronan. He was just a plug and forget in the 5th frame my first 3 seasons as the coach. So being able to test each of the bowlers that have the opportunity to bowl the 5th frame has been very beneficial. So far this season, Mason has been the most consistent in that spot, but Alex and Jake have both had opportunities to slot in there as well.
Now, is Mason a senior this year too?
He is.
I was going to say, I knew he'd been bowling a while, and I mean, every time you pop it up there, it's Mason 200, Mason 250. So I mean, he's been all over it. So, and that's great that you have that. But it's one of those things in the mindset. You get to the postseason play, and Mason's having an off day, and Alex is killing it. Then you have faith and confidence in Alex to throw him in that 5-hole and let it go.
Absolutely. And another variable that I'm very proud of, because it takes a special kid to be able to say it, but my entire tenure, when the kid knows he doesn't have it, he'll ask. He's like, I don't want to be in the... Ronan's done it multiple times. Mason's done it once this year. That they're struggling a little bit to find what they had to get in that spot. And they're like, we need to switch places, put Alex in the 5th spot. And it just takes a lot of character and care for your team to do that.
Girls, you all talked about, kind of being, a little bit more team-oriented this year, a little bit more, bonded together. Have you all been able to kind of see during matches yourself, be like, you know what, I don't know that I'm bowled really well there, let's move around, and even just as the team, you all have said, hey, let's do this, and tell your coaches and go from there?
Yeah, 100%. Definitely with me and Sarah Sturgell, she's typically our anchor. She's gotten a lot better over the years. She'll look at me or she'll look at Austin and she'll be like, we need to switch. Put Courtney as anchor, me as the 4th person in the Baker. And then, like, if we're not doing good in a certain Baker or where it's tied, one team has, it's best 2 out of 3. So
Gotcha.
If it's tied 1-1, we'll have to come up with something what's a good lineup for this game? What do we think? Who has been doing the best? Who's gotten their spares a lot more? Who's striking? Stuff like that.
So is that a game-to-game lineup thing? But does it have to be the same 5 bowlers?
Nope.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Most tournaments, and the regional tournament is limited to 10 bowlers for your roster. Most of the tournaments we participate in are 8. but you can plug and play any of the rostered bowlers. And even...
But that's after the game, though, right? You cannot do that during the game.
You can do it during the game.
Can you really?
I've used strategies in the past where, before Mason became the phenom that he is, when one of my right-handers would leave a 10-pin, I would sub Mason in to make the spare. Because the lefty can hook at the 10-pin.
Yeah.
So there are things like that available to us as coaches to ensure that we fill that frame.
See, these are things like this is why you were the right guy for the job, right? I mean, I knew you're a great bowler because you beat us on Monday nights all the time, but, you know, and it's the same with, I just drew a blank, the assistant coach. Austin. Same with Austin. Austin's a really good bowler. I don't know that I would have looked at Austin and said, that guy's going to be a really good girls bowling coach. But obviously he has found a knack with that because Austin's a great bowler. I mean, he led Rowan County there for the tenure he was there and, had the opportunity to bowl in college and all that. So, it's great that you've been able to find that because that takes a little bit of pressure off of you knowing that you have somebody with the ability to be able to do that. And, being a great bowler doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be a great coach. And you all have found a mix to be able to do that on both levels.
Absolutely. And it goes the other way, too. Sometimes you don't have to be a great bowler to be a great coach. I firmly believe I'm a better coach than I am a bowler. I think...
You're hard on yourself.
Yeah, very much so. And
he's a good bowler, trust me.
And it's funny because I preach... You can ask the kids. I preach spares over anything. One of the stats that I brought to them during tryouts, every bowler that tried out for my team this year, boy, girl, they threw a strike. And my logic behind that is anybody can strike. Not everybody can make a spare. And spare is what really separates the great teams from the good teams. But I struggle with my own spare game, so it makes it tough that I'm so hard on them on spares, knowing that I'm not so great on spares myself. But I also say that if I had the practice time they had to practice on spares, then I would be much better.
Well, I mean, we know you're hard on yourself on the spares too, so that's for sure. So
Sean can attest that I can teach, I can't do.
Right.
I taught him to bowl.
Yeah,
but I can't do it myself.
Yeah, no, he's not even wrong. The first time we ever bowled, the first ball I threw, he goes, "What are you doing?"
So coming into the season, I know you talked about you were talking to Courtney about are you still a straight ball thrower, or are you putting in the curve? So what is something that each of you all worked on coming into this season that you really thought this is going to make a difference this year?
Probably not in this season, but definitely the transition from my freshman year to my sophomore year was when I started learning the hook ball, why it does what it does, and the certain oil patterns that makes it hook as much as it does or not at all. I think that plays a lot in what kind of ball. If it's straight, the oil doesn't really matter. If it's a hook ball, then you have to move. If it's more oily, if it's not, it's gonna hook a lot more. So it definitely takes a lot more practice with the hook ball, but I think that it definitely increased my score a lot as a player, and I've seen it increase a lot of other players.
So you've seen a lot of bowling alleys and bowling in different places. So have you learned a lot through your 4 years? Like, I know how this place usually bowls, or you really go in. I'm guessing you all usually have some, practice bowls before you go into a match. So, really kind of analyzing where you're bowling and how things are going before you go into a match.
Yeah, it really depends. It's mostly a surprise. I never really know how much it's going to hook, but you do get 10 minutes before a match to practice and see how your ball reacts to the lane and see what you need to change and stuff like that. So I think that's very helpful when it comes to that aspect.
Gotcha.
Chezney, when you throw the first ball down the lane at practice and it is not a strike, what's that make you feel like?
Whenever it doesn't, my biggest thing is when my ball won't hook when I need it to. Because my ball will either hook too much, too less. So every time I throw that first ball, if it don't hit my mark, I'll put myself down a little bit, but I'm like, I get a second go. So just gotta keep positive and.
This is where all that practice comes in for them spares, right?
Yeah, it's like they were saying, spares are like the biggest thing because my ball, it won't hook for spares.
I mean, legit, spares is the difference in a 100 and a 200.
Yeah,
I mean, it really is.
Spares are like the most important.
Yeah.
Paige, kind of what they were saying, but I mean, it pretty much. I know in all sports you have to practice, but especially in bowling, I mean, it's kind of like practice makes perfect. You go out there and really, give everything a try. So I mean, repetitiveness and keep doing what you're doing each time, and maybe adding something in every time, and is that pretty important?
Oh yeah, 100%. It is really hard to do, but yeah, it is very important to do.
Just keep practicing.
Yeah, just keep practicing. Don't give up. Just keep on going.
So, Courtney, do you have hopes to bowl at the next level?
I wish I did, but it was more of really of a hobby. I mean, it's definitely something I definitely fell in love with, and I think it made my high school years a lot better than they could have been. Yeah. But no, I do not plan on.
Gotcha. Are you planning to go to college?
Yes, I'm going. I committed to UK.
Okay.
I'm going to major in media communication.
Oh, it's always nursing.
It has been nursing a lot here lately.
The streak is broke.
Not this time.
Yeah.
What kind of communications?
Media communications.
Gotcha.
We need to be recruiting her.
Absolutely.
You need a job?
You don't need UK. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding, Joey. I'm kidding. Okay.
I'll teach you.
So, I don't know. I know we talked about the postseason play earlier and stuff like that, but
who are the region teams?
So we're in Region 8, which is the biggest bowling region in the state.
Of course it is.
I couldn't list them all. We have the biggest region.
It's not district out, right?
No.
Yeah.
And last year we had to complete the region play in sessions. Like the host center was not big enough to house all the teams at once.
Gotcha.
So we had to have a first session to get, half of the teams qualified, and then a second session to get the second half of the teams qualified, and then it did the Baker tournament from there.
That's crazy.
So there was.
So does everybody make the regional tournament?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Everybody that has a bowling team that wants to participate, and like I said, they don't have to have participated in any of the events leading up to it.
Huh.
So you mentioned that earlier. So you're not limited like basketball and football and all them where you have, X number of games
30
you
games.
can play.
No, we could literally have a match every night of the season if we wanted.
And you guys have been doing it at least one or two a week, right? Because you did one Monday, and then you've got another one coming
Saturday.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Most of the things that we schedule are tournaments on Saturdays, and then once a month we do our Thursday mini tournaments. And then this year, Boyle County introduced this Monday Madness thing as kind of like a similar thing that we do. And they can host more schools because they have more lanes. So we decided to participate in that because they support us and we wanted to support them. I will say it's been a challenge. Mondays trying to get across Lexington at that time of day.
Yep.
We've been late to both of the ones that we went to, and then it was midnight, I think, when we got back.
Yeah.
This past one. So I don't know that it's a thing that will continue.
There's no easy way to get to Danville from here.
No. And we've tried both ways. The first one we took New Circle to Nicholasville and fought the mall traffic. This time we took Man of War and fought that traffic, and they both were not good options.
Even if you go up 64 to the Lawrenceburg Frankfort exit and go 127 that whole way, it's no faster. When I worked at Lowe's, I had 6 months where I was getting trained at Danville and we lived here, and I had to drive that every day. I about shot myself about 12 times during that 6 months. Because literally I tried every direction. So,
and it goes both ways. Boyle County's been late to both of our tournaments here on Thursdays too.
Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense.
It's not easy.
I just happened to catch a glimpse of your T-shirt, and that might be the best play off of the M of any, because everybody just uses the M with the feather.
Oh, nice! I like that.
Their feather is a bowling pin.
Yes,
that is fantastic.
Did you come up with that?
I can't take credit for it, but I do have a friend that loves piddling with graphic design type stuff. I sent him the original logo and said, "Make this bowling." And this is what he sent back.
That's fantastic.
We need that.
Bravo.
We need that so we can put it on the lineup because that's awesome.
Yeah. Yes, because he hates the feather.
Oh, okay.
I'm not. Listen.
You see, he's wearing the old school stuff tonight.
It's not. Indians. It's not necessarily the feather.
No, the feather is
the
fine.
block M with the feather that you cannot center on any graphic, anything. That's why if you see our stuff on the road, it's never the block M logo. It's just
I just had an idea for a logo change. I'll keep that to myself.
Okay. So when is Region?
Region this year is scheduled for January 21st, 22nd, and 23rd. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. In the past, it's been girls on the first day, boys on the second day, or vice versa, and then singles on the last day. Unfortunately, Clark County is hosting Region this year, and their coach has 1,000,000 stokes in the fire. So that's all the information that I've gotten thus far.
Clark County's
Where
hosting?
are they hosting it?
Right.
Richmond.
Okay.
Galaxy. Galaxy
Okay.
typically gets to host if Boyle County's not the host school.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Well,
so
it was in Region, or it was in Richmond both times. Caitlin did it, so I thought Regions was always in Richmond.
So teams that host get to choose where it's held. So, like the Danville schools will host there, and then Richmond's really the only other option for our region.
Yeah.
Outside of Danville,
unless Bob wants to throw on another 16 lanes, right?
That would be helpful.
But hey, at least you've got a bowling alley here that you all can just drive 5 minutes up the road, and you're like, hey, we've got one in our backyard. and I'm guessing Sterling Lanes has been incredible to you all because you all have got a really good team and you all get to practice all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Does anybody else have to use here to practice?
Round County comes here for all their stuff. Clark and Powell County come here some, and then they go to Galaxy some. And I think that's the most consistent.
Because Fleming has a lane.
Fleming has lanes.
Yeah.
So you all got about a month left before Region starts. How do you all feel as bowlers so far? Going in, thinking, okay, we got our Christmas break. Do you all play over Christmas break at all, or you pretty much get it off? And then so you'll have about 2.5 weeks after Christmas break. So how do you all feel going into Regions?
It's kind of sad, especially being a senior, saying that I'm not going to do this next year. So it's definitely sad in that part. And then right when we get back, senior night, and but it's especially with Sarah Sturgell. She's another senior. She's been amazing, especially as a senior buddy on this team. She joined my sophomore year, and she's just been my best friend. So she's definitely helped me along the way, and it's really exciting being with her in that aspect and finishing out the season good, strong, and
So Chezney, do you think y'all can go in there and make some noise at the region tournament?
I think we'll be able to, yeah. I mean, it'll be my first year doing singles because I didn't get to do it last year.
Gotcha.
So this year, hopefully, it'll be fun. It's just going to be a really sad year because I'm losing the seniors I looked up to the most,
Gotcha.
Courtney, Sarah, and then, of course, Anna and Ellie. They're new to the team, and they're really good for just starting out last season during my sophomore year. Watching them get better during every practice and game, it was really incredible. And then I get to lose two of my biggest role models. That's going to be the really biggest impact of my junior year.
Gotcha.
And Paige?
Sarah and Courtney have been a real help in the team, and are again like my biggest role models in this season and in this sport.
That's awesome. So just the 2 seniors?
We have 4 seniors.
Oh, 4. Oh, so the 2 that you mentioned that just started
Yeah, and
are
then
seniors
Ellie.
as well. Okay. All right. So yeah, definitely losing a bunch there. So, well, girls, thank you so much for your time. We're going to take a extended commercial break, and we'll swap the girls out and have the boys here in just a few minutes. Be right back.
Special thanks to Brent Wehunt, proud sponsor of our Menifee Athlete of the Month and scholarship programs.
I still can't believe she's gone. I don't know how we're going to plan all of this.
I know. I felt the same way when your granddad passed. The Kaufman Funeral Home really helped us get through it.
Were they compassionate?
More than that, they took care of us. They made us feel like family. They handled the entire situation from beginning to end.
At Kaufman Funeral Home and Crematorium in Mount Sterling, Kentucky, we're honored to walk beside your family with dignity and compassion every step of the way.
That's exactly what we need right now.
Kaufman Funeral Home, where we believe every life is a beautiful story that deserves to be honored with love, dignity, and heartfelt celebration.
Anthony is using Community Trust Bank's mobile banking with Zelle to have the driveway shoveled. His part of the big lunch meeting and the birthday gift for the niece that was due yesterday. That means Anthony made it on time to watch the big game and see the home team score the winning shot. Mobile banking with Zelle at Community Trust Bank. Fast, easy, and secure.
Community Trust Bank, building communities built on trust.
Helping folks see clear behind the wheel. When our hometown heroes take the field and shine, they're out there cheering every single time. Proud sponsor, heart and soul combined. Montgomery County's got vision on the rise.
All right, we are back. Thanks again to the girls there that joined us, Miss Courtney Bates, Chezney Spencer, and Paige Copple. Now we've got with us senior Alex Carty and freshman Jake Sturgell. Guys, thanks for hanging around that first half hour and coming and joining with us now. So you've heard a lot about what we've talked about. Alex, let's talk about this. First of all, congratulations. Saw that you signed with Midway last week and are going to be bowling with them. So what's that experience been like on the bowling recruitment side? I don't think we've had the opportunity to talk about bowling recruitment before.
There's been like a lot of these combine type things where it's kind of just like a tournament setting but singles, and then they have a bunch of college coaches from all over the East Coast just come and watch you bowl, really. And that's mainly like the main part of it, and that you get to talk to the coaches and experience what each individual coach is like, and then just meeting all the people from it.
Is that something that you did individually? Just, you looked it up, said, hey, I know these are in these areas, so I'm just going to go check this out.
Yep, there was one in, I think, Florence, and then one in Harrison County. Where's that at? I can't remember that.
That's cool. So what was it about Midway that wanted you to go there?
I was looking for a home, mainly. I wanted to grow as not just as a bowler, but a person too. And everywhere else I visited or the coaches I talked to I didn't connect with them just as well. With Midway, I felt like it all just clicked.
Yeah. And you said their coach is new? Fairly new.
Fairly new. He's been there for I think 2, maybe 3 years now.
Okay.
This may be his 3rd year.
Well, we've had several basketball players come through here that's went to Midway, so it's not like you're going to have some unfamiliar faces over there on the campus.
Yeah.
It's not a gigantic campus.
Yeah.
So.
No, it's very small.
Yeah.
And that's another reason why I loved it.
Yeah, and it's not too far from home, right? If you need some mama's home cooking, you about an hour up the road, right?
Yep.
So do they bowl? They bowl there in Lexington?
They have a bowling alley called Capitol Bowl in Frankfurt.
Okay.
In Frankfurt, and then they'll bowl it. Yep. And then they'll bowl in. Most of the team bowlers or the coach as well also bowls league up in Southland and Lexington.
Right. Gotcha. Okay.
Very cool. Very cool. So Jake, you're a freshman.
Yeah.
And keep seeing your name in that 200 club. So how long have you been bowling?
I think this is my 3rd year.
3rd year. So have you is this is the first time I've seen his name. So was he bowling as a 7th and 8th grader, or just kind of he's worked his way up to the fact now that he's like earned that spot?
Yeah, he started as a 7th grader, and he got the itch, fell in love with the sport. So he was in and out, practice time, not practice time. Like, there wasn't a time I would go in the bowling alley and he wasn't there working on stuff, and he improved exponentially. Basically, he was a starter his 8th grade, like the beginning of his 8th grade season, on a team filled with seniors and juniors. Physically, he's got one of the best games, I think, in the state of Kentucky. I don't want his head to get too big, but he bowls, like, his fundamentals are sound.
Yeah.
And he's going to go far in the sport.
I mean, Jake, it's got to make you feel good, right? Yeah. The coach has that kind of confidence in you that, and look, Montgomery County has rolled some good bowlers through here over the last, 3-4 years. So if you've bowled for 3 years and your sister's a senior, so you guys both started the same year.
Mm-hmm. Can you beat your sister now?
All the time.
She has joined the 200 club too, though, right? I saw that as well. So there's been several names on that. So
well, there was actually one tournament, one of the Monday Madnesses. We needed 5 bowlers to be competitive. Only 3 girls could go. So I took a second boys team, and we just had 2 co-ed teams. And Sarah bowled with the varsity boys and bowled quite a few frames because it was an all-Baker tournament.
Yeah.
But she contributed to, I don't remember what we made the top 8.
Yeah, definitely.
Won the first round and then lost the second round, I think. So we finished top 4 with Sarah in the lineup.
There you go. You can't ask much more than that. So, guys, we didn't talk about this with the girls because I don't know many female bowlers that bowl two-handed. Are you guys one-handed or two-handed guys?
I'm two-handed.
I'm one.
Okay. So what is it? Have you always done the two-handed?
Yeah. Other than like first starting out, but
okay,
majority.
And you just find, is it more comfortable?
It just worked for me. It's what I mean. I've always had interest in one-handed. I thought it was the smoother form, but I just don't think it would fit well with my build and grip strength and all that.
Two-handed bowling doesn't exist without Jason Belmonte.
That's very true.
The GOAT.
Yep.
Right there. So
see, this is why you lead this, because you just said Jason Belmonte like that was like, and I was like, who are we talking about?
I'm one of those weird people
is
that will watch
Michael
bowling
Jordan
on TV
of bowling.
Yes.
Okay.
He is.
All right.
Yeah. So have you attempted the two-handing, or are you just like, I'm comfortable with the one and I'm rolling with it?
I messed around, but never serious.
Yeah. And it's like it works or it don't, right? It's one of those things. It's like I've seen people that have tried to do it, and like you really have to be on point with the two-handed, because if you are off that night, there's no fixing it. I mean, I've seen that so many times.
Yeah, there's definitely trade-offs. Two-handed allows the kids to get to the hook quicker because it's just easier to manipulate that ball with both hands.
Yeah.
What I find is the trade-offs is you get more revolutions, more power two-handed, but you sacrifice accuracy. And then on the other token, you have better accuracy one-handed, but you don't have the revolutions that you could have being two-handed.
Or even maybe the power too, right? So do you pick up your spares two-handed as well?
Yep. Yep.
Even a 10-pin?
Yep, all of them.
That's impressive.
Left to right.
Oh man, that's impressive. That's why you got recruited, because that alone will get you a scholarship picking up 10-pins. So that's
So
that's
did
pretty
you
cool.
just say you pick up 10 left to right instead of right to left?
No, just like clearing the deck left to right,
okay.
regardless of if
I was like,
it's a 7-pin. I'm shooting at it two-handed.
We've seen that though, right? Yeah.
Back in the day, I could do it as a one-handed bowler, but I would think that would be hard to do a reverse.
Who was the guy that bowled on Monday nights that did that one-handed? He could do it this left-handed or right-handed, either way. It was with the same hand. He could turn the ball this way or turn the ball that way. And it was crazy. Was that Bill Berryman?
Bill Berryman could do
I was
it.
thinking of the name. I knew it was.
Yeah.
I could do it till I started having wrist
Yeah,
problems.
that was crazy thing. The first time I saw
Did you
him
just
do
say
that,
Bill Berryman?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Bus driver Bill.
I know Bill very well.
Is a very good bowler.
Him and his wife were on the Monday Night League with us when we first started there. So so that was fun.
He used to be the exclusive driver to the bowling team. I'm pretty sure he would drive the majority of the events, and he would come in and spectate and cheer on.
So he could wait a minute. So he could pitch left-handed or right-handed with one hand.
Yes.
Yes.
That's
if
impressive.
there was a 10-pin setting there, he would walk up and twist it to the right, and it would revolute over and take that 10-pin out.
Revolute.
West. Revolute.
We create words on this show.
I mean, I went right along with it.
Yeah. But yeah, the first time I saw him do that, I was like, "Did I just see what I just?"
It's very.
But it was only like on spares. He didn't do that on,
Gotcha.
Like
He would occasionally do it on strike balls. Yeah. When he wasn't striking a lot the one way, he would try the other way.
Yeah, I've seen him do that.
So with the two-handed ball, does that allow you to cut the oil a little bit more aggressive, or does it hurt you even more if you're missing that spot?
What do you mean?
Well, like I know the oil when you first get started is like fantastic, right? You're like, oh, this is great.
Yep.
And then 50 balls goes down through there, and you're like, I got to move this 3 boards here or there. I was just wondering if the two-hand revolution allows for less having to overcorrect one way or the other, because it'll cut through that a little bit easier.
So about the oil patterns, it depends on the pattern itself. Some patterns start off harder, and then as transition hits, it smooths it out a little more, and that makes it easier. But as of going off my knowledge, I believe the more revolution someone has, the more transition they deal with.
Awesome. Both of you guys right-handed?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. All right, so being a one-handed bowler, you obviously use the holes to hold the ball. Whether you thumb in or thumb out of it, I've done both. But two-handed, do you still use? I mean, do you still use the grip, the holes at all?
Yeah, I still have the finger holes.
Okay,
so
okay.
I get my bowling balls drilled to me. Or everyone gets their
Sure,
balls drilled
right.
specifically. If you're two-hander, most of the time you just get the finger holes. So I know there is two-handers that still use a thumb, but
Got you.
For the most
That's
part,
an interesting concept.
Yep.
And is it so like when you're shooting a basketball, a lot of it says everybody's always going up with two hands, but really it's all just guiding with one hand, shooting with the other.
Same concept.
Same concept. Gotcha. Okay.
Yep.
The second hand acts as the thumb.
Okay.
One-handed bowlers, the thumb is what keeps the ball in your hand during the swing.
Sure.
The second hand is a replacement for the thumb. So they function the same.
Gotcha.
A lot of bowlers find it's hard to clear the thumb, so that's
Yeah.
where the two-handed thing comes in.
I mean, that's where you get the pop a lot of the times.
I don't use my thumb.
Wow.
I'm a one-handed with just the fingers. I mean,
I kind of, when I do bowl, I kind of went away from, just holding it.
That's how you get all the crank to it. people look and they go, "How do you get that much crank?" Because my wrist hurts all the time.
So, long slide, short slide.
I don't slide.
You don't slide.
I don't
Jake?
slide. Nope.
I do.
Long slide, short slide.
He's tall. I bet it's long.
I say it's probably shorter. I don't slide that much.
I think Daron just got his mind blown. He was like, "No slide."
Yeah,
No,
I mean, he slides for like 10 feet.
I have to start all the way back at the back of the ball return because my approach is.
He'd start on the carpet if the chairs wasn't in the way.
And if you shorten me up, I'm done.
He's not even kidding.
But I have a very long slide.
Is there a lot to, where you start in making sure your steps are, I'm sure it differs between the two of you with two-handed and one-handed and stuff like that. Is that a big deal to you all? Where you start, where you step, and where you obviously not going over the foul line and fault line.
With steps, it's very individualized. Mm-hmm. With the typical two-handed walk-up, includes a crow hop, so that on your, what would that be, your fourth and fifth step, you would do a little kind of shuffle, I guess you would call it. So that definitely changes from one to two-handed. But otherwise, it's just feel. If you take shorter steps, if you take longer steps, shorter steps are more ideal.
I'm going to sound really stupid again, but I mean, so with two-handed, you can't pull, and I don't know.
It's more of a crank right
It's
here.
It's just from here and just shut
There's a
deal.
backswing. There's a backswing involved.
There is a backswing.
You open up a lot at the hips and shoulders mainly.
That's where the crow hop comes in.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, with a one, you're just, bringing the ball up and letting it go, or are you still just, or is it shortened up, or?
I'm bringing it up pretty far.
You bring it up, yeah. Gotcha. Sorry.
As tall as he is, I bet that ball's 7 foot in the air by the time he gets that backswing going.
Yeah.
One-handers west. That's where your power's coming from.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Wherever however high your backswing.
Unless you're short and fat, and then if you get the ball right here, you're doing good. If I get that far, I'm falling down.
But do you see a lot of variation? Is there a lot of people going to the two-hand? Is it? I mean, is it? There's just still a lot of traditional bowlers out there. That, I guess I say traditional because that's what people saw coming up till 10 years ago.
I'm telling you, Belmo was a trendsetter, man.
I think the trend more in today, especially high school bowling, is that it probably leans more two-handed. It's just easier to make the ball hook as a two-hander.
Mm-hmm.
You can see the results quicker. I don't personally mind what the boys or girls want to do as long as they pick something and stick with it. We get kids every year that decide they want to be the opposite, like they've always been one-handed, they want to try two-handed, or vice versa. And what I've found is, I think in 90% of the cases, when they switch, it lasts for 2 months and then they go back to what they were doing. So that 2-month stretch is all wasted on the trial of the opposite form. Really, the more work you put in, either is viable. If I was to force, I would force one-handed because that's what I do personally and what easier for me to coach. But some of the best bowlers of the program have been two-handed. I struggle a little bit to help with two-handed, but I've been able to bring in 2 assistant coaches that are both two-handed that help a lot. And one of the coaches...
I thought Austin was a two-handed.
Yeah. And then one of the coaches, Kobe, he shoots spares one-handed. So it's the best of both worlds. He shoots a strike ball two-handed and then puts his thumb in the ball.
That's fairly common. You see that quite a bit.
Oscar Palermo was one of the big examples that would do it that way.
Yeah. I don't remember what it was now.
So I guess I'll ask you two kind of the same thing I asked the girls. I mean, it's not going to be too long from now before you'll be, right in the middle of a region tournament. How do you all feel going into this, regional tournament with the way that we've seen you on Facebook perform so far in many tournaments?
I feel Not fully prepared yet, but I think when the time comes, I think it'll be.
You all are really
game
close.
time. Yep.
I think with our recent performance at in Louisville, that we've carried that over from Monday to from Louisville to Monday, and just seeing the results and our energy and our mental has all been better. So I think we have a good chance of winning again.
Gotcha.
Yep. That scenario specifically in Louisville, I feel like I always knew we had the potential to do things like that. Like we beat the top teams in the state. We beat Trinity, who won state last year, by 1 pin.
Got you.
And I think that was eye-opening to a lot of the team. And I think it opened a lot of doors and showed us how much energy matters team-wise.
So who did you all bowl in Louisville? So you said you beat Trinity by one pin.
It was mainly 2 individual games and then 6 Bakers.
Mm-hmm. And there was a lot of Louisville schools there.
It was a lot of Manual, Trinity.
And those teams are always good.
Yep.
Yeah. Region-wise, Boyle County, Johnson Central, Madison Central, those are pretty much your biggest competitors.
West Chessman's also very strong this year.
Yep.
Yeah. So and so I mean you've played against Boyle and Johnson Central several times this year, so they're not going to surprise you when you guys get to the regional tournament. I mean, you know who they are and what they're made of, and they're perennial powerhouses when it comes to bowling.
Yep.
Madison Central is the one that shocked me. That, I didn't
They're
realize how big of a program they had over there.
We went head-to-head with them 3 times so far this season, and we're 0-3. We've yet to beat them this year in a head-to-head Baker match. But that was that way last year too, and we beat them in the regional tournament. So hopefully that trend will hold true.
Yeah,
beat them
or maybe somebody else will get rid of them before you have to get to them. Right?
That would be also welcome.
All right, so it looks like it's time to go pay some more bills. So we'll go take our final commercial break, come back and wrap up with the boys, and we've got this week's Athlete of the Week nominees ready to go.
That's good.
Be right back.
Got a dent or scratch, no need to despair. Jacob's Auto Body, we're beyond compare. Custom paint, so sleek, insurance on our side. 70 years of trust, we're your hometown pride. Jacob's Auto Body will make it like new. 859-274-7425 is the clue. Jacob's Auto Body, run the show.
When you can't fit the car in the garage anymore, or the guest bedroom is overrun with junk, it's time for a Rumpke open-top dumpster. Rumpke offers open-top dumpsters in a variety of sizes and are often delivered the next day. You fill the container with unwanted material on your schedule, and Rumpke takes care of the rest. Don't wait to reclaim your space. Contact the waste and recycling experts at Rumpke today. Rumpke, waste and recycling, done right.
Spring is here. Are you sure your roof is ready for the rain? Winter weather can leave behind hidden damage like loose shingles, cracked flashing, and clogged gutters, all of which can lead to costly leaks. At CRC Roofing and Renovations, we provide expert spring roof maintenance, leak prevention, and repairs to keep your home safe and dry. Don't wait until water damage ruins your home. Call CRC Roofing and Renovations today at 859-327-3913 or visit our website to schedule your free spring roof inspection. Protect your home with Central Kentucky's trusted roofing experts.
Your colors right. It's more than gear, it's your story design. At Incoviv Designs, every thread's a sign.
are back from commercial. So Coach, next event Saturday, and then your Christmas break.
I believe that's right.
Yeah, and then
and these events that you have, especially if they're here, and people can find out. I mean, they can just come and hang out and watch. And,
Absolutely.
I mean, up here at Sterling Lanes, I know that they've got a wonderful snack. I mean, heck, for that matter, full service restaurant.
yeah, I mean, there's not much bad food in there. The
Right,
pizza's
exactly.
good. The deep fried
banana
peppers. So
they
stuff.
can just come and hang out and watch if there's the room.
Yeah. Our tournaments, for sure, the mini tournaments, anybody could come. A lot of the tournaments we go to at other centers, the host schools will charge admission fee because they're using those as fundraisers. So every dollar counts towards that goal. But usually the spectator fee is very reasonable, $5.
Yeah. Pretty solid on that part of it. So, well, so let's do a little bit of awards.
Okay, sure.
All right. So let's start off with our Simply Secured Athlete of the Week from last week is going to be Miss Bailey French. Bailey had a strong start to the season and continues to lead her team. And, and we talked earlier, Bath County was 2-0 on the week last week. And
Coach Rogers has them playing very well.
Yeah. And we had them on before the season started, and she knew she was going to. So definitely solid on that part of it. And then just so happens our Mays Law Office's People's Champ is also Bailey French. She won the popularity vote this week online. So congrats to her on those.
Guess what? Melanie still wants her to shoot more.
Right. Right.
Shoot more, Bailey.
And if you listen real carefully, you can hear Melanie at practice going, "I need you to shoot more
right now."
So, is that a first that we've had an athlete in 2 consecutive sports?
That's very possible.
Get the Athlete of the Week and the People's Champ.
Yeah,
it's very possible.
Yeah,
I know we've had a few get both.
Yeah, we've had several this year that.
But even both. Like Montana Brashear last year never got
a sweep.
Both.
Yeah.
In consecutive sports.
And you want to know what? I bet you it won't be the last time this year that she has an opportunity to do that.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So Bailey's a great basketball player for sure, and Bath County's going to miss her when this season's over with. So, all right, our Rumpke's
Dog of the Week
is. I went out on a limb here. I did this by myself, guys. I chose Elaine Purvis.
You went rogue?
I did. I went rogue. I chose Elaine Purvis, and I'll tell you why. Elaine didn't play basketball for 2 years.
Yeah.
And she decided to come back and play basketball this year. And she was a great basketball player before she decided to take that 2-year break off.
Can you see that she's even missed a step?
No.
You're right.
And when we had her on last week, after the who did they play last week when we called the game? I don't remember who it was now.
I can't remember.
She had 19 points in that game. And when she came up after the game, because she was the player of the game, she had a smile on her face from ear to ear. And she is so happy that she's kind of got back into that rhythm.
Yeah.
And so three straight games now that she's averaging 18 points a game.
Right.
Almost 10 rebounds a game. She's stroking it from 3. And so, the epitome of dog of the week is that person that has a little bit of dog in them.
Yeah.
In that game that she scored 19 points last week, you could see the dog in her.
There was a complete difference in her when we had her on this show to that interview you did with her as player of the week. Complete difference.
Yeah.
Because she's hit the court. She looks like she's back at home, in a sense, and she is just flat out playing some really good basketball.
Well, it took her about 2 minutes in the first quarter to get that first one to fall, but the first time that that first three went through. I mean, she's been a total different.
And
athlete
it was
since
funny
then.
because after last night's game, we had it was back and forth between her and Addison Terry all night long, and we were making jokes of it on the call. It's like they've got a competition as who's going to score the most, and
they scored point for point
Yeah.
forever, and then
Yeah.
one ended up with 19 and one ended up with 18.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, not to deviate from your the way you're doing things here, but we'll just go on into naming the nominees for this week, and you'll see those drop tomorrow. But we're speaking of Elaine Purvis, and oh, by the way, Elaine Purvis is the Montgomery County nominee for this week. In one game, she had 19 points. Was that one game or two games?
That was one game.
19 points, 9
They only
rebounds.
played the one game last week.
And so what I was going to continue to say when you were talking about Dog of the Week, she's not just doing it scoring. She's doing it. She missed a double-double by one rebound. She's getting in there and getting the rebounds also. So along with that, Clark County, Kennedy Stamper, they had one game during this time period. She had 21 points in that game in a win. Cannon Fugate for Menifee County, they played 3 games. He totaled up 28 points in those 3 games. And then for Bath County, Trinity Blankenship in 2 games come out of there with 32 points and 7 rebounds in those 2 games, including a big game versus Menifee County in a win.
Yeah.
So you'll, like I said, congratulations to those 4, and you will see that graphic come up tomorrow to start the voting.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, of course, we can't get out of here without having our EJ's Appliances cool play of the week. And that was this shot from Dawson Gentry.
Hughes thought about it, gives it to Gentry. Gentry.
The left-handed.
That is the one that Adam and I still cannot come up
Hughes
with.
thought
a name
about it,
for
gives it to
because
Gentry.
He just kind of
Gentry
threw it up as he was going out of a lazy hook, I think.
That did go in, even though the video stops.
Here's the
short.
funny thing, and I told Adam
No,
this.
video, it's in the basket.
I told Adam this when he was telling me about it on the way to work. I've watched this kid since 6th grade, and in 6th grade, he was the best player on the floor, and he would use both hands, whether it's layup left-handed, layup right-handed, or that shot right there. He kept doing that in middle school, and people, you couldn't adjust to it. You're like, how am I supposed to block that? You can't. It's a flip up that nobody's knows it's going to go up, and
We don't even know he's shooting because
Yeah, right.
he's running down the side of the paint.
Right.
He's not even looking at the basket, and that's our play of the week. But fast forward about 2 minutes in this game, and he did it from the right hand side.
So that's EJ's Appliance Repair, 859-251-3571. EJ's Appliance Repair. Call him with all your appliance repair needs, or if it can't be fixed, he can order you a new one too.
Yeah. He definitely has a different view on the market, and his thoughts on it are, I mean, they're the ones working on them, so they know the brands and the appliances better than anybody else, right?
Absolutely.
So
absolutely,
yeah. EJ does a great job. Thanks for the support on that. And then let's talk about
And don't forget, Sean, if they can't fix it, they'll sell it to you.
Right. That's what
right.
I said.
Yep.
Oh, I missed that. And one more thing, if they can't fix it, they'll sell it to you.
I heard if they can't fix it, they'll actually sell you a new one. I heard that.
And they'll sell you only the brands they work on.
Right. All right. So tomorrow night from the arena, Wes and Daron will be on the call for the Montgomery County versus Great Crossing, a Final Four rematch from last year. Great Crossing doesn't have Malachi Moreno this year, though, so that doesn't mean they won't be good. It'll be a great game, I'm sure. So that is a home game. Game time's at 7:30. So get out there to the arena and support our guys. if the game's anything like last night, the way Montgomery County played, you're missing out if you're not watching. And if you can't be there, obviously you can tune in to us live on Huddle. Hopefully we get Facebook and YouTube lined out tomorrow night. It was being finicky last night, but Huddle is still there. And then Saturday through Monday we have the Gateway Classic. Both Montgomery County teams will play each day. It's a tournament, so it just depends on wins and losses. But Saturday's first game, the girls play at 4:15 against Estill County.
That's
yes,
right.
Thank you. And the boys play following that, probably around 6 against Connor. And then there's games all day long, but team constraints and Christmas season, we will only be on the call for the MoCo games for the majority of the tournament. But like I said, we'll be on the call 4:15 on Saturday, and then we'll do the boys game right after that. So,
Did I hear you're actually giving us a day off on Friday?
Montgomery County gave you a day off on
Right.
Friday.
Management has.
Because if there was a game, we'd be there.
Management's working us like a dog this week. He turned 50 and loaded the schedule.
So like we said, there will not be a coaches show next week or the week after, but we will have a show that will drop each week. It's just going to be a little extra special. So there you go.
So stay tuned.
Coach, fellas, thank you guys so much for coming and spending your night with us.
Thank you.
Good luck Saturday, and then good luck moving into the second half of the season after the Christmas break. We'll be following along and rooting for you guys, and maybe we can get you guys back on after the season and talk about how the season wrapped up and stuff.
Yeah, sounds great. Thanks for having us.
Awesome. Well, guys, thanks everybody for tuning in tonight to another episode of the From Corner podcast. Thanks again to Community Trust Bank, as always, for helping us pay for this beautiful studio. And then all of our other sponsors, we love you guys. We couldn't do any of this without any and all of our support. Catch you guys tomorrow night from the arena, live, MoCo boys versus Great Crossing. See you guys later.
Roll Tribe.
The From Corner to Corner podcast wants to send a huge thank you to all our amazing sponsors who help keep this show rolling each week. Your support lets us keep covering local sports, sharing stories, and building community together. We truly couldn't do it without you. Thank you for believing in us, and let's keep making an impact together.
The MoCo Four Horsemen would like to thank you for listening to From Corner to Corner. Be sure to go out and follow us on Twitter, on TikTok, on Facebook, Instagram, and even YouTube. Whatever podcast platform that you listen to us on, be sure to go out and give us a 5-star review. Thanks as always, and we look forward to seeing you next week.